York. I love that so much. Oh my God. Hey guys, here we are.
Hey, missed you yesterday, but we're here today.
I know, here we are. I am, my home away from home now. Yeah, somewhere in the Madison area. This is my studio right now, so we make it
She
work.
can't tell you. If she told you, she'd have to kill you.
I'd have to hunt you down. Yeah, I would. Sorry. But it doesn't
And she's a
stop.
pretty good shot, so I'd
Yeah,
kind of stand clear.
I'm actually really obscenely good at shooting. So, anyhow, um, coming to you from Madison, and thank you for the internet. Thanks for social media. Thank you for digital marketing. Thank you for all the things that allow Fritz and I to come onto the same platform, the same time, in two totally different places.
Yep.
To come on to you and talk a little bit about what controls us. Him and I have had some huge breakthroughs in the last couple of days, and just hearing stories, and always working to better what product we bring to you. And in that, we're hearing a lot of stories of fear. And so collectively, we thought, you know what? That's how we get our topics, is what is coming at us more often? What are people bringing up to us? Some of the things that involve limiting beliefs, and what that is, and is fear controlling us? And it really sometimes just comes down to being afraid of something that we can't put our fingers on.
Yeah, and especially in today's world. I mean, so many more people, I think, are susceptible to living in fear because of everything that's going on. We've got elections, we've got COVID, we've got shootings that seem to not stop. We've got two hurricanes hitting the Gulf Coast. I mean, 2020 is one of the most messed up years, right? But we can look back at 08. That was a pretty bad year too. And then we can look back in the early 80s, and we can look in the 90s. So, what's going on is adversity. And you know what? We're going to see some more adversity next year. And we're going to see more the year after that. So, do you really want to live in that fear of all this adversity, or would you rather not have to manage it and just own your piece of it and not live in that fear? Because fear is nothing more than a movie that you produced in your head that isn't reality.
Yeah, and now it is and it isn't reality, right, Fritz? Because it isn't, but in our minds, it's legit until we figure it out, until we're brought to the truth, until we really figure out what emotion that is attached to, or what a part of our life that is attached to. It's real up until that point, until we figure out that it isn't, that we were believing something that wasn't real. And that's when we come into the fear really isn't real. It's an emotion. It's how we interpret, like, don't go into the woods at night because a wolf might eat you.
Well, it's all self-inflicted.
What's that?
It's all self-inflicted.
Yes.
Fear is nothing more than self-inflicted.
And it can stop us. It can paralyze us from, doing the thing that we want most. A lot of us carry around a lot of passions, places we want to go, and people we want to see, and chances that we want to take. And we're afraid. Some people are afraid of success. Some people are afraid of failure. And some people are both. So, like, how do you figure out what the hell is wrong with me if I know I can succeed, but I'm afraid to, and I don't want to fail because I'm afraid to, and then you're stuck in this space. And that's where we come in. This is where we get you to that breakthrough. This is where we introduce you to the matrix, or the empowerment, or the paradigm shift. This is where we come into play, and you walk through these programs with us, And we shift that mindset. We get you out of your own way. We put the fear aside and we show you that there's really nothing to be afraid of other than your limiting beliefs that have kept you in that space for way too long.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I would say that I'm not, Ray, I'm going off of what you're saying here. I'm not afraid of a lot either, to an extent. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's fear. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'm more in tune to what other people's thought process might be. So I might not put myself in situations that would cause me to be afraid, instead of just living in fear, afraid to go to the grocery store, afraid to go to the park, afraid to sit with my back to the door, afraid. We're so afraid of everything. And, media in general is all fear-based. And I would highly suggest you have enough information to be informed, but not so much that you're afraid to leave your house, you're afraid to go downtown, you're afraid to talk with people, you're afraid to say that certain things matter or certain things don't matter. We're at the height of political awareness and this racial divide and COVID. And like when you said that 2020 has thrown some shit at us, 2020 is like one of those, like a herd of baboons just hurling it. Like,
Is that the one with the pink asses?
yeah, something like that. They're just like reaching back there and like, right? Reaching and flinging it. And
yeah. Oh my God, you had to go there, didn't you?
Well, it's up to monkey shit. Like, it's true. How are we going to react to it? What are we going to do? Are we going to get more angry? Because I know that's what I'm seeing right now. People are so angry because nobody's ever been taught how to speak about what they're going through, what their feelings are, why they're feeling that way. And a lot of this fear makes us react in a way that we normally wouldn't. And this group think of, misery loves company. Well, let me tell you how fast something can spin out of control if one or two people are in total hysteria. Look at your children. Just look at your children. When one acts out, the rest of them act out, right? If one freaks out, they all freak out. If you hear one person scream, no matter what situation you're in, you get immediate adrenaline dump, and it's fight or flight. It doesn't matter where you're at or what scenario you're in. Your body is it's just made that way. We are made to protect ourselves. And so when we live at this high rate of adrenaline dump all the time, we are stressing our bodies out so badly. When you read on the internet, when you play a bad video game, if you watch a scary movie, like if you're doing that on a consistent basis, your brain gets rewired and everything you do is going to be held in fear, whether that's a job, going on our website and getting a clarity session to get your own freaking way out of the way, your own self out of the way. Stop watching us and start doing something about it.
Yeah, stop being afraid. And you know what? Something else that I would like people to really keep in mind going forward this week and beyond. Slow down. Be understanding.
Yeah.
This is not a pissing contest. It really, I understand there's two sides to everything. I get that. But how about you play the role of, I don't need to force my opinion on other people. And I'm definitely willing to listen to how other people stand in their position so that I can have a better understanding of people, so I can communicate better with people. And with that full understanding, maybe we can make some progress with that empathy. How about we go that route instead of trying to always force our opinion and what we think is right, because that's what you think. It's not. It's what you think. Stop putting that on other people. That's bullshit. Yeah. Just come at things with some empathy, and the world would change and be a lot better than trying to always put our position and our stance on other people. That's all the political battle is.
And it's okay to not agree with one another.
Exactly.
Healthy debates used to be a thing you did in school. It's the thing that you learned how to do, is to have a conversation where you didn't agree with one another and you gave your reasonings why. And it was okay. It's okay to see both sides.
Absolutely. It doesn't make you weak
No.
at all. And that doesn't mean you're taking on the other person's belief or stance. You're listening. And you're showing interest, which shows compassion, which shows empathy, which shows love.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. Don't let fear control your thoughts or your actions, or, when you go to work and you're in a lot of situations with a lot of people that have a lot of different views than you do. And unfortunately, most of the world turns by people going to work. They go to an office and they have to deal with other people that you wouldn't normally choose to spend 8, 10, 15 hours with on a daily basis. That's why you're not married to them. That's why you don't live with them. You don't choose to be with those people. But diversity makes us beautiful. Having different thoughts and different ways of looking at things gives us creativity. It gives us innovation. It gives us the ability to put a freaking man on the moon. If we all thought the same way, this world would be an awful place. Awful, awful, awful. Kind of sounds like waffle. Anyways, maybe I want breakfast, right? I don't know.
Are you hungry or what?
No, I'm not. But waffles.
Fucking waffle.
Kill a waffle right now. It would be delicious.
Falafel.
A falafel. So what I'm saying is, and this is coming from, boy. So I'm not only, obviously I'm on active duty right now. I'm being called away from my home, from my husband, from my son, and from my business, from my hometown, to go and be in a place that is got a lot of anger around it, where we're being told not to go out in uniform, where we're being told to stay away from certain areas because they don't want us to be at risk. I'm a part of the unit ministry team. So my job as a chaplain's assistant is to, not only provide spiritual wellness to people, it's mainly to provide just mental health, just happiness and hope, and a listening ear for somebody to, if you're running through the day of chaos and you come across me, I am there to slow you down and to have a conversation and just kind of smell the roses, so to speak, have a cup of coffee together. There is not a lot of us slowing down, that we think we're so important and we're so entitled and we need to be somewhere and everything's going to fall off the rails if we're not there. And then we get uptight because we're late and other people want our attention, and then our kids and our husband. And now we're in a place where we don't want to be. You got to get yourself off your mind once in a while and go out and do things for other people, because it will set you in a whole different level of gratitude. My boy, Mark Preventure, who just jumped on here, I love you, brother. And I'm so glad that you have been right next to Fritz with the 22 push-up challenge, like a freaking beast. You have not given up since the first day of shut in with COVID. And I want to congratulate you and welcome back home. And thank you for your service. I love you. And I hope to connect with you again someday. But, there are so many people that pop on here that know personally Fritz and I. We see each other, we converse with one another, and we're also servant leaders. We help other people, we help other veterans, we help other athletes, we help professionals with their businesses. We help in more ways than just, well, I'm just going to give Joe a clarity session and I'm just going to coach Joe to run Joe's life. That is like a microscopic little tiny piece of what we do. What we do is go in and we change multiple lives at a time. We change businesses. We change people. We are in the mind, body, and spirit business. This isn't just me and Fritz out one at a time, having a client one at a time. This is multiple clients coming on at once in large corporations, where we are building the body through our grit strength systems, which is, oh my God, just wait. A clinical psychologist that's right there to back us up on exactly what we're talking about, because we're not full of shit. We are teaching and training people to live this hard life in a respectful, empathetic way. We give you the tools to change where you're at. So stop being afraid. Stop giving that excuse to yourself that I'm too afraid to do something because maybe somebody told you you couldn't. Well, that's bullshit. So stop believing that. Right, Fritz?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're going to believe somebody and what they're telling you, why don't you look at their life and see if that's really what you want to believe?
You know, we live so much by letting other people's fears dictate where we want to go and what we want to do and who we want to be.
And other people's beliefs.
And a lot of times, yes. And a lot of times it's their fear of losing you. It's not even their belief that you won't make it, but it's their fear of losing the person that they think they know that will cause you to not do or live into your greatness. We are all here for a reason. We are all put here to do amazing things. And if you are letting those gifts that have been given to you lay dormant, they will be given to somebody else. So if you have an idea, if you're listening to this and you're quietly watching, because I can see the numbers up there, if you are quietly watching this and you're thinking, I've always wanted to do whatever, throw something out there. In your mind, whatever that thing is that you want to do, you know, I promise you, it might not happen today, but it will happen that somebody else, you're going to see somebody else selling your product, talking about your business innovative idea, connecting with people in a different way, branding something, marketing something. Somebody is going to do what has been given to you to do because you hesitated and you were too afraid to do it. It's not put on you for nothing. Live your best life. Starting today, rewrite the story. Live your best life. Stop living by other people's limiting beliefs. Get your fear under control. Get on with a clarity session with me and Fritz. Go to our website, ownyourlifellc.com. Sign up for a clarity session. It's freaking free. Just do it. Go do it now because they fill up fast and I have limited time because of the assignment that I'm on. So you got to get in there fast. But I'm telling you, and this is what Fritz and I talked about in the beginning. Before COVID, before the holidays, we have this idea, we got to jump on it. We got to do it now. We got to do it now. We couldn't see the future. We couldn't see, 6 months into this, that this was going to be the perfect timing because everything has gone online. We are in the perfect digital market space right now to connect with you because we know that you're looking for the answers. But if we would have hesitated, if we would have sat in fear, if we would have had limiting beliefs, which we all do, P.S., we work through them too every single day. Good coaches need good coaches because this noise out here that we're hearing, the media, your friends, your family that have their own opinions and aren't doing shit about their own lives, it's okay. We can forgive them. They don't know what they don't know. But you're here, and I don't believe that you're watching for nothing. So that's my challenge to you.
I got nothing. You just killed it. So I got nothing.
Well, Fritz,
nothing but love for our audience.
I miss being in the same room with you, brother. That's for sure. So. With that, I'm going to do a little mic drop. And that was just my lip gloss.
That's good.
Yeah. So we'll be back on here tomorrow. There's a lot more going on tomorrow. Oh, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come on.
There you go.
Maybe I'll come on. Maybe I'll talk specifically to the girls out there, to the women that need to be
probably not a bad idea.
That need to be talked to. So stand by for that, because I'm sure that I'll be in rare form again tomorrow. And we love, appreciate, and give so much gratitude to every single one of you that jump on here, especially to the ones that pipe in and give comments and talk about where they're at and what they're looking for. We so much appreciate you. We love everybody's opinions. We hold no judgment. We live in glass houses, and we just want to see the best for you because we see the greatness in you. And we will, I'll be back here tomorrow. You'll see Fritz again later.
Love you guys. You're worth it.